So everyone, this is Lonnie, and welcome back to another episode of Fate's Stay Night Fate visual novel. I must say, I'm really curious and excited to continue with this. I mean, so far the story, I'm goddamn it, Windows, why are you so loud? Sorry for that, but yes, I mean, this is the birth of, well, maybe this is not the very first part, so to speak, but it's part of the Fate universe that we know and love. The empty dojo is quiet enough to brace myself. In the morning, when the sun has just risen, the silence has a holy feel to it as that fascinates those who come here. See, I love birds. The thing is, though, that birds in generally are making these sounds, to attract mates, and it pretty much would translate from bird speak from Twitter to human tongue will be like, I wanna fuck! Yeah! Or something like that.
さて
There's only one thing to do now that I'm here. Since Kirisugu died, this place has become a gym to train my body. Hey Shanli, are you gonna be here watching with me? It's my guardian cat. Yes, she's named Shanli for those that doesn't know. The other one is named Tifa. I'm a nerd. Even a magus cannot neglect to train their body. One of the requirements for a magus is to have excellent physical abilities. Snap, I'm screwed on that one. While Kiritsugi was alive, we had many matches here. Well, it was pretty much him beating on me, so I didn't learn anything about how to win in a fight. Not, but I think I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I was taught the difference between killing your opponent and beating your opponent. That is pretty big difference, I'm just saying. Knowledge and experience are different. Unless I know in advance, it's hard to tell whether I'm involved in a fight or a murder. Hopefully not a murder! It's a simple story. As long as you learn magic, you might destroy yourself, and times will come when you have to fight. For Magi, a fight means killing each other. Why can't you just be nice to each other? Why does... Seriously, being a magus or a mage in the world of fate sounds like... At times, actually more like a curse than actually a gift. Or a blessing or something like that. I mean... It's dangerous, obviously. They can destroy themselves. They can't really show it, and they need to kill each other. And maybe it's just me, but though I think that is also very interesting, different take on it. We have like fairy tale, where they pretty much can use magic constantly, and that is what I think is really, really interesting. Is that where there is so many different ways how to allow to use magic in different animes, different mangas, different series, and in general like Harry Potter, Fate, Fairy Tale. I mean, they all use magic, but it's very different how it works and all of those things. And I think that is pretty fun to see, like, how does it work? I mean, how does everyone in these different universe make it work? I think that is interesting. So I think what Kiritsugu wanted to teach to me was to prepare my mind for the prospect of death. But it's been a while since my teacher passed away. On my own, all I can do are simple exercises that anyone could do.
じゃあま、本格的にやっておくか。
Well, that is pretty good. I mean, don't you have that on the internet, like MAGE Association Training for Beginners? Like Magus Training for Dummies. I would love that book. After warming up by stretching, I start my exercise. That is good. Keep up stretching, boys and girls. I need to do that. Keeping my attention inside my body. I don't want to look inside my body. It's pretty hard, pretty bad. I comprehend the flow of magic circuit, the friction in my bones, the distortion in my thinking during fatigue, all while I'm training.
120、150、170。
Nacho noodles, I guess. Even a simple push-up can be training for the magic circuit if I put a mental shackle instead of metal weights. He've done 170 push-ups? I'm happy if I can make one! As I don't have a teacher, exercise like that of club's morning practice is an important part of training. Makes me wonder, why doesn't he train with Fujimura? I mean, I've read some of your comments, and Fujimura is apparently like insane strong. Apparently, I do remember she was it like 5th Dan in karate and all that, and apparently also very good at archery. I mean, seriously, if you want some real good training, I mean, even if she can't train you in magic or anything like that, she can definitely help you train your body. I mean, I got Fujimura on my mind. I'm terribly sorry for that. But I just think she's a very awesome character and all that.
おはようございます先輩。今朝はもう済んでしまいましたか？
Hey, Sakura-chan!
ねえ朝食の支度なら済んでる。あとは食器の支度と魚に火を通すだけ。
Seriously, all that's left is setting up the table and cooking the fish. Man, seriously, the episode... I mean, they putting so much work to the breakfast and all that, and I'm like, what do I have in my pantry? Nothing! Oh wait, there is a pack of noodles way in there. I'm gonna take that. Or in Sweden we have this knäckebröd. It's like cracker bread. That's not good when I said it like that. It's that small, hard, dry bread we have for some reason. I'm not sure why we have it. It's pretty good though, but it's not very filling, so to speak.
それならお手伝いします。食器の支度は任せてください。
I don't know why, but I really like that little smile and all that. I think it's cute. Sakura is cheerful, and behind that, admirable junior.
あ、この匂いはシローの卵焼きね。そっか、今朝はシローの朝ごはんなんだ。
Fujini moves slowly to the table.
まあ、あれは放っておいて。
First, I have to cook the fish I prepared.
さくら、皿は真ん中のやつ使ってくれ。その方がうまく見えるから。
I like fish.
この表面がブツブツのですか？
With bumps?
そうそれ。焼き物は皿にも気を配らないと手抜かりになるからな。で、大根はもう吸ってあるから。
Sakura take out the dish from the bag. But seriously, I must say, in general, the music in this show, in this vision, have been very nice. I mean, it's... Made me think of Stardew Valley and all. I think I saw a faint bruise on her wrist when she leaned forward.
さくら、ちょっと待った。
And the music is over. It's serious time.
はい。何ですか先輩？
How can you be angry when you see a face like that? That's like the cutest thing ever.
その手首のあざ、なんだ？
She looks away awkwardly. And that tells me who caused that bruise.
またシンジか。あいつ、妹に手をあげるなんて何考えてやがる。
Bruce Willis? I'm sorry. Shinji again? What? Again? Have you done it? Have you done it more? Oh gosh.
違います先輩。これは転んでぶつけちゃったんです。ほら、私鈍いでしょ。だからよく転んで怪我ばっかりしてるんです。
バカ、転んだぐらいでそんなあざがつくか。信じたやつ、どうやらまだ殴られ足りないみたいだな。
Haven't you ever beaten him up in the past? I mean, Shinya might have been a good guy in the past, and sadly, he could have been in the future. But then Soken came up and fucked things up, and fucked the guy up. So it's good we're giving him a
ダメ
beating.
です先輩。これ本当に兄さんは関係ないんです。私が一人で怪我をしただけなんですから、先輩に怒ってもらう資格なんてありません。
No. Sakura falls silent. Sakura looks calm, but she is pretty obstinate. It's useless to say anything to her now.
わかった。さくらがそう言うんならそういうことにしておく。
はい。ごめんなさい、先輩。
Why do you say sorry to me?
だからどうしてそこでさくらが謝るんだ。悪いのはシンジだろ
And I must say that the ticking clock doesn't help get on my nerves. At the mention of Shinji's name, Sakura looks away awkwardly. In other words, he is the cause of that bruise. Master Shinji has a bad habit of being hard on his sister, Sakura. I first noticed it about a year ago. Sakura was injured sometime and she just evaded my question when I asked about it. When I asked Shinji about it, of all things, he said he was the one who hit Sakura. Well, at least we can't be saying that he's not honest. When I asked him why he hit her, he said he just hit her because he felt like it. Well, that is major asshole. After that, I got pissed and did to Shinji what he did to Sakura. Since then, we've been estranged. I still don't regret punching him. But I think it's my fault that Sakura is being treated worse.
先輩、兄さんとはその仲直りしてくれましたか？
I mean, this is one of these things. I mean, this is a very serious thing. No, fuck no. Damn it.
うん、したよ。別に初めから喧嘩なんてしてないから仲直りも何もないけどな。
先輩にとってはそうでしょうけど、兄さんにとっては喧嘩をしたことになるんです。だから気をつけてください。
Okay, if that Shinji punk want to fight, he know where my mailbox is living, so hands up, motherfucker, come on and fight. Sakura says strange things sometimes.
気をつけろって信じを？
はい、兄さん、先輩を目の敵にしてるって聞きました。先輩が退部するようになったのも兄さんのせいだって。
Wasn't she saying that Shinji likes those he dislikes? So if he considers me an enemy, he must be up his ass in love with me. That, my boys and girls, would be a really unexpected plot twist.
それは違う。部活を辞めたのはシンジとは関係ない。いや、そりゃ多少はあったかもしれないけど、そんなのはさくらが気に病むことじゃないぞ。
I point at my right shoulder. What? There's a scar there. It happened a year and a half ago. A shipment collapsed on me during work and it hurt my right shoulder. I got out with just a broken bone, but the shipment was a hazardous one and I got a burn on my skin. Ow. After that accident, I quit the archery club. My school archery club emphasizes formalities as they let us shoot formally even as a student. The men expose their right shoulder when they shoot. Shinji commented that it might be indecent for someone shooting formally to have a scar on the shoulder. Since I was getting busy with work, I quit the archery club right then. What? Why? Oh, Shinji, you dick.
先輩、しつこいようですけど、本当にもう弓は引かないんですか？藤村先生も怪我なんて支障はないって言ってるのに。
何を平和な。藤姉は全身骨折しようが支障ないっていうやつだぞ、さくら。
Well, then again, Fujimura is a superwoman.
先輩、私、真面目な話をしているんです。
Oh my. I should answer serious too, but I can't give her the answer she
当
wants.
分は部活をしている余裕はないよ。弓は好きだけど、優先するべきことじゃないし、しばらくは間を取ろうと思う。
しばらくってどのくらいですか？
気が向いた頃かな。まあ、さくらが卒業するぐらいまでにはなんとか。 その時はよろしくな、さくら。
I pat Sakura's shoulder.
私
Oh my.
その時をお待ちしています。
And she nods so powerful that it seems she might drop her plate. The plate she's holding. Oh, that is cute. Oh gosh. It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujini have already left for the morning club practice. I went to school early yesterday because Issei wanted me to, but I leave my house at the usual time today. Oh, really? How about that? Snazzy. What in the actual sweet hit is going on? I run into an unusual scene when I reach the intersection. Several police cars are parked outside the house. Something must have happened, as it's noisy and lots of people are surrounding the area. Nani? I'm curious, but I cannot tell what's going on with all of the people surrounding it. I have no time, so I should prioritize school. Nani? What's going on? I reach school 10 minutes before the bell. I enter the main gate as usual.
Ohayo, Emiya.
I will kung fu you in the nuts! Bit hard with her nuts. I bump into a familiar female
なんだ
student.
まだ着替えてないのか、三辻。もうすぐホームルームだぞ。俺に挨拶なんかしてる場合じゃないだろ
いや、ごもっとも。相変わらず釣れない野郎だね、エミヤは。
And that is also something that some of you pointed out, that she is like like a little bit of remnants of Shiki from Karuna Kyokai, with her appearance being very similar to Shiki. I think that is very nice. She laughs as if something is really funny. Mitsuri Ayako. Mitsusuri. She was my classmate in first year, and she's now the captain of the archery club. She's very insightful, and everyone expects her to become captain since the first year. Well, in other words, her mental age is older than her real age. So she's been the oldest sister type everyone counts on since she was the first year. Though she gets mad when people say that. According to her, she's not that old.
ああ今あんた、よからぬ感想を漏らさなかったかもし。
No, I'm innocent.
そんなものは漏らさない。あくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけだ。それで気を悪くするのは三辻の勝手だが。
Why do you say it like that? She gotta kick your ass.
言うじゃん。いいね。正直に答えるくせに何をどう考えてたかは口にしないんだもの。エミヤ、シンジと違って隙がないな。
シンジ？なんでそこにシンジが出てくるんだ？
Shinji appears everywhere now.
なんでも何も、あんたとシンジって友人じゃない。シンジの男友達ってあんただけでしょ。それにお忘れでしょうが、私これでも弓道部の首相なの。うちの問題児と辞めちまった問題児をくっつけるのは自然な流れだと思わない？
But wasn't that quite a bit ago though? I mean, it feels like.
ああ、確かに自然だ。
I'm gonna tune down the volume a little bit. It's pretty loud. Terrible sorry. Yeah, the certain natural. The archery club has nothing to do with it, but I certainly had to have. I just me. Wait. What?
あ、
Ah.
あんたね、弓道部の話になると急に冷たくなるでしょ。いいご身分よね。シンジをほっぽっといて、自分はさっさと退場しちゃうんだから。後に残された私とかさくらの気持ちとか、少しは考えてくれてもいいんじゃない？
Well, I am sorry for leaving you with Shinya.
シンジのやつ、またなんかやったのか？
あいつが何もやらない日なんてないけど。
Well, that's true.
まあ、それにしても昨日のはちょっとやりすぎか。1年の男子が1人辞めたぐらいだから。
Damn you, brat. Mitsusuri speaks seriously. It's rare for her to make a face like this, but even more than that, I can't ignore what she just said.
なんだよそれ。部員が辞めたってなんだよ。
シンジのやつが八つ当たりしたのよ。 わざわざ女子を集めてね、夢を持ったばかりの子にシャをさせて的中するまで笑い物にしたとか。
Man. Ah, I hate that kind of thing. Seriously.
はあ、お前そんな馬鹿げたことを見過ごしてたってのか。
見過ごすか。けどさ、首相ってのはいろいろと忙しいんだ。いつも道場にいるわけじゃないってエミヤだって知ってるでしょ。
And Shinji is the vice captain, so of course people listen to
それ
him.
はそうだが、にしても何考えてんだシンジのやつ。必要以上に厳しく教えることはあっても素人を見せ物にするようなやつじゃないだろう。
Are you sure about that? So far I just see the shitty things from
呆れた。エミヤっては本当にあれだ。
あれってなんだ。今お前よからぬ感想を漏らさなかったか。
あら、私はあくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけさ。
Huh?
気を悪くするのはエミヤの勝手だね。
Well, I got that back in the ballpark.
ついさっき聞いたような返答をしやがって。いや、それよりシンジはどうしたんだよ。なんだってそんな真似をしたんだ。
聞いた話じゃ遠坂にこっぴどく振られたとかなんとか。
Ooh.
遠坂ってあの遠坂か。
How many Tosakas is there actually? There is only one. Well, technically there are two, but only one that is literally a Tosaka, so to speak. Well, actually both are literally, but you know what I mean.
うちの学校にあれ以外の遠坂なんていないでしょ。2年 A 組の優等生、ミスパーフェクトこと遠坂凛。
Miss Perfect.
いや、そんなあだ名は初めて聞いたけど。
It's the first time I heard the nickname, but I would probably agree with it. With Tosaka involved, I can understand even Shinji getting turned down, and most of all, if it was Tosaka, I could see her refusing him mercilessly.
ともかく、シンジのやつは昨日からずっとその調子よ。おかげで私もこんな時間まで道場で目を光らせてたってわけ。
シンジのやつ、変にこらえが効かない時があるからな。三つ釣り、大変だろうけど頑張ってくれ。
I mean, seriously, let's go and kick Shinji's ass. I mean, he beat Sakura, he getting the guy, the newbie to quit and all that.
はいはい。
I'm getting a
け
good
ど
beating.
ね、シンジって懲りないでしょ。また遠坂に声をかけて振られた日には、今度こそ遠坂本人に何かしそうでさ。
いや、いくら信じても振られた相手には近寄らないだろう。あいつそのあたりはちゃんとしてるぞ。
Really?
けど相手が近寄ってくるんだからしょうがないじゃない。遠坂さ、なんか知らないけどうちの道場をよく見学に来るのよ。エミヤは辞めちゃったから知らないだろうけどね。
Nani? That's the first I have heard of it. The Sakarin doesn't do any club activities for personal reasons. I thought she went straight home since she turned down the recommendation to join the student council.
ま、たまにはそれもいいか。あいつもお高く止まってるし、一度ぐらいは痛い目に遭うのもいいかもね。お気
Then I
の毒様っていうか、ご愁傷様っていうか。
Then I just imagine what happened in Unlimited Blades Works with Shinji. That was pretty messed up. I still have nightmares of that. Mitsuru says some dangerous things. Come to think of it, I heard that Tosaka has many enemies. Could Mitsuru be one of them?
おい、三つ釣り。いくらなんでもそれは。
We between you and me, we know that is not the case.
あ、そろそろ時間だ。じゃあね、エミヤ。今度私の弓の調子見に来てよ。
Mitsuru hurries off.
相変わらずだな、あいつ。
But I like that part of her. Feeling calmer now, I head for the classroom. How do you all doing? It's lunchtime. Our school has a splendid cafeteria and most students eat there. But there are some old-fashioned students who bring their own lunches. Two of them happen to be me and the student council president in front of me.
エミヤ、その唐揚げを一つくれないか。 俺の弁当には圧倒的に肉分が不足している。
As the butcher said when he did his thing. Nice to meet you. Ah man, I like the premise of that joke, but it turned into disaster.
なんだってお前の弁当ってそう質素なんだ一世。いくら寺だからって酒も肉も取らないなんて教えがあるわけでもないだろう。
何を時代錯誤なことを。これは単に親父殿の趣味だ。
Such an anachronism. What does that even mean? I mean, I'm gonna once again use the power of Google to see anachronism. Meaning, okay, thank you, internet. A thing belonging or appropriate to a period other than it which exists, especially. Okay, so pretty much a things that is not belonging to today, so to speak. If you're using an item that's from a way back. Okay. That can actually make sense. I mean, a cron from chrono time. So yeah, okay, I see. I'm learning a new word every day.
お坊主に食わす贅沢はない。悔しいのなら己で何とかせよなどという。いっそ今からでも天祖になるか。俺も考えどころだ。
Huh? How about that?
あのじいさんなら確かに。
Isa's father is the priest of Ryudo Temple, and the bold guy who's old friends with the old man at Fujini Place. Okay. You can't expect a normal personality when he's friend with a guy like that.
それはそれは。じゃあいつか恩返しを期待して一つ。
I hand him my lunchbox.
いやいや、ありがたく。これも托発の修行なり。
Isa bows deeply. Itadakimasu. How can I put this? I never know what to say when things like this reminds me that he's the son of a priest.
ああ、そういえばエミヤ。朝方2丁目の方で騒ぎがあったのを知っているか。ちょうどエミヤと別れるあたりの交差点だが。
交差点?
Yeah. The intersection this morning. It must mean that clamor with all the police cars.
なんでもな。殺人があったそうだ。詳細は知らないが、一家4人中助かったのは子供だけらしい。両親と姉は刺殺されたというが、その凶器が包丁やナイフではなく、長物だというのが普通じゃない。
Well, that is bloody awful. With a long weapon, it must mean something like a sword. It was a murder, so that must mean the sister and the parents were killed. Yeah, we can't argue with that logic. I'm sorry, I know it's a serious thing, but how it's phrased and all that, and considering some of the phrases and the logic moments of Shiro, I can't help but laugh a little bit at it. I'm sorry. I picked. You do? Someone bargaining during the night. Unjust violence. A one-sided pillage like an accident. Slashed parents. The sister killed without even knowing what's going on. To the side, the child covered in their blood.
いいっす。それ犯人は捕まったのか?
It's pretty messed up.
捕まってはいないようだな。信徒の方では欠陥工事による事故。こちらでは辻切りめいた殺人事件だ。学校の門限が早まるのも当然。どうしたエミヤ？喉に飯でも詰まったか？
別に。何もないけど、なんだよ。
いや、エミヤが厳しい顔をしていたのでな。少し驚いた。すまん。食事時の話ではなかったな。
But it makes me wonder a little bit about that. If a oh god, who go around and kill like that? Now, because I don't remember entirely from the Unlimited Blade Works, and of course, I think it depends. It will be a little bit different since this visual novel is a different route. I think. Isis tried to soften the air apologetically. I can't speak. I was fine with the topic, but was I really making such a nasty face? Oh gosh, I can't speak. And then there's a quiet knock at the door.
失礼。竜道はいるか。
The kind of funny is that he looks very similar to an OC I made years back. Actually my very first original character. That was a wandering monk that literally punched things to death. He could... We kind of misinterpret the rules of that RP in these books. It was the very first time we were young, we were stupid. And it ended up with this guy, Gado as it was called, literally could punch a big dragon to death with like 2 strikes. We kind of made him like, okay, I don't really play with Gado anymore as Gado. We rather let him be an NPC that go mayhem, and hopefully we won't fight against him because we're screwed then.
ああ、はい。何ですか、先生。
And as say, Gado, how he looks like, and kind of in the way how he is as a person, kind of is very similar to. Man, now I don't remember the name. Damn it. Kusuki was. Oh, fuck me. What? Is it addressed to Kusuki who just entered? It must be a simple talk about the student council, as Issa seemed pretty relaxed. That's not something you see every day. Despite his appearance, Issa is very shy. The guy who draws the line against his classmates and even his teachers is letting his guard down with Kusuki. Could be. Kusuki. Yeah, that was what. Soichiro, the teacher in charge of Class 2A, is serious and stubborn. Probably that aspect helped him get along with Issei, who prizes order and discipline. The two continue to talk. All the while, I can't get the story of the murder out of my head. And that was pretty messed up. You're saying? Gosh damn it. Classes end, and it's time to go home. I cannot go anywhere as I have work today. I should leave school and go straight to the neighborhood town, but... What? Still worried about the conversation I had this morning, I had made my way to the archery club before I knew... Oh, okay, I'm terrible sorry, but... My reading and speaking English is not very good at all. According to Mitsusuri, Tsusaki Rin comes here often. I realize that is your goal. I was actually thinking it was because you were a bit upset about Shinji, but it's the females that attracts the bee to the honey. Well, I really don't care about that, but I know that Shinji's getting angry at her is going to be a problem. Oh, really? Are you sure about that? I think not. It's bad if Shinji gets violent just because she turned him down. I don't know why it's bad, it's just bad. It's Shinji we're talking about! Let's go and kick his ass! Okay. It makes me feel bad just thinking about it, so I have to stop it from happening. You know what I actually would think would be really, really interesting? Sorry for just interrupting like this, but it's to actually have a story with Shinji that have gone a different route from here, where he literally become a fucking asshole, influenced by Soken and all of that, but maybe he runs away from home and becomes something different. I mean, that would be a different, really interesting thing to see. At least me personally, because, I mean, how we grew up and the influences from parents, family, people around us, it influences us, it affects us greatly. So if he had been moving on and all of that, he'd probably been turning out to a completely different guy. And that would be interesting. Maybe lots of unnecessary work, maybe, but... Oh, see, the ladies are attracting. Tosaka isn't around. Mitsusuri's worries were needless. Okay, sorry for that. Okay. I thought it was Shinji. I'm sorry, I can't really hear the difference of the voice. I'm so sorry, Issei. I like you. And there's Issei, who I just left behind. Oh god. I was so expecting Shinji. I feel so bad.
一世あんまり驚かすなよな
Oh my god.
いやエミヤが挙動不審げに道場を
Oh gosh.
つい
I'm so sorry.
誰がいないって
Me?
誰って遠坂だよなんでも昨日シンジと一悶着あったらしいんだそれで一応
Oh
様子を見に来ただけだ
ほうほう
Oh.
不審だな聞かれてもいないのに理由まで話すなど俺は誰がいないかと聞いただけなのだが
Mm.
なんだよ別にいいだろ俺が何しようが俺の勝手だ
Nani?
それはしかりだが無駄だぞエミヤ遠坂はここにはいないなぜならあいつは今日ずる休みだ
何
Nani? Skipped school? So she was absent today.
そうか欠席か待て一世なんで遠坂がずる休みなんだよあいつがそんなのするわけないだろ
I can say with a hand on my heart that I have skipped school. Actually, a couple of times. I'm not proud of it, but I did it. I went and played games instead.
するともあいつが風邪などひくものか俺が見たところあいつは悪い外見に騙されるとパクッと食われるぞエミヤ
She's evil. I just somehow see Issei one day break into her house at night, standing there with a cross and I, repent, devil, repent, and smack it in her face. Somehow Issei's words annoys me. Oh, don't be like that. It's true that I don't know her, but I can't imagine that she is a bad person. You just judge by appearance.
言い過ぎだぞ一世遠坂はそんなやつじゃないだろ
んなんだエミヤも遠坂狙いなのかああそれはすまない
Oh my.
流してくれ
He's very direct on the point, Issei. Smack. After Tosaka? Who said anything like that?
勝手に決めつけるな俺はただシンジが揉め事を起こしたら大変だから
シンジが遠坂に殴りかかろうとしたら止めるためかまたそんな役回りをするな別に俺は気にしないが割と趣味が悪いのだなエミヤは
してないから損じゃないけど一世お前今変なこと言わなかった
Strange?
ん遠坂狙いは趣味が悪いってことかい
そう遠坂は人気あるじゃないか俺もあいつの悪い噂は聞かないぞ
Maybe it's... Oh gosh. Maybe it's a little bit too good.
ああ聞かないねそれがまた気に食わない
There we
気
go!
食わないってどの辺がだよ
だから全部だよあれはメギツネだ妖精だ妖怪だとにかく生理的に気に食わない悪いことは言わないからエミヤも気に入らないようにしろ
But you should try to hate her too. The woman is a fox, a schoolgirl, a monster. I mean, depending on who you look at, that would actually just turn people on. But man, I just don't like her physically.
いいっせ人の陰口は良くないってお前の口癖じゃなかったか
Oh,
たわけこれが陰口に入るか俺は聞こえるように喋っている
well, that is true. No wonder I feel so many eyes from the archery dojo. Thank God. I'm so glad Osaka is absent today.
頼むいいっせ悪いが早速陰口にしてくれ
エミヤがそういうのなら了解したがとりわけ中傷していたわけではないぞ単に竜道一世が遠坂凛を警戒していると言っただけだあくまで個人の趣味嗜好の範囲だろう
I'm actually, as I said before, I'm sort of repeating that, but I'm so happy that we get to see more of like Fujimura, Issei, and all of that. Mitsuzuri. I think that's super fun to see because we didn't see so much of them in the anime. It makes me happy.
その割には妖怪だとかメギツネだとか言ってたけど
And I think the term schoolgirl is a discrimination. It is? Schoolgirl, schoolboy. I don't know what the... I don't know.
何おめえ
何
ここだメギツネにも妖怪にもいいものはいる
Oh, that's true. We have like Kyubi, that is both a fox and a monster.
あくまで遠坂を表現する値として採用しただけであるカツ
Kotsu. Is loves.
それではな俺は生徒会室に戻るがエミヤはバイトだろうこんなところで道草を食っている暇はなかろう
It must feel refreshing now that he said everything he wanted as he leaves calmly. I've known him for 2 years now, but I still don't understand his personality. You don't need to understand him. Man! 20 minutes after taking the bus from my school, I arrive at the neighboring town of Shinto across the bridge.
なんだまだ5時前か少し時間があるな
No. Mayama City is a residential district, so there's no part-time jobs there, but the developing Shinto has many available. The school approves of students having part-time jobs, so I work a few easy ones. I prefer hard physical labor that ends as quickly as possible. It's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as it builds up my body while I get paid for it. Well, I can understand the idea of that, but I can also say that for someone that had been working physical labor my entire life at works, different jobs, it also kind of ruins your body. It's very easy because many of these jobs is very repetitive and you maybe don't have equipment and things like that, and you're ending up just wearing your body down. And that happened to me a couple of times. Bad stretches are like things like that. Today's job is a simple loading job for 5 to 8 o'clock. Even though it's only 3 hours, there's 6 hours worth of work to do. They make you run around without a minute to rest. So I should rest when I can, even if it's just for 10 minutes. It's a waste of energy walking around onto my job, so I guess I'll rest in the park. 3 hours alone. This park among the building is like a big field. A park should be filled with people like families and lovers on weekends, but it's empty here now. No, this place is always
相
desolate.
変わらずだなここは
I'm a bit sad. The utterly neglected ground looks awful compared to neatly organized surroundings. The desolated area makes the wind feel cold. This is the remains of the conflagration 10 years ago, and this is the place where I was saved from burning to death.
なんで芝生とか植えないんだろういつまでもこのままってのはもったいない
It's a large area, so if they retile it, the park would get bigger. Thinking absentmindedly, I sit down on a bench. I stare at the burned land to pass time. I don't remember what happened here back then. I probably don't remember because I was a kid, and I wouldn't have been an easy scene to memorize. All I can remember is that it was hot and I couldn't breathe, and that people died trying to save
どう
others.
してそうなのかな
Seriously. For example, an adult that tried to save a child from burning house. He saved the child, but died in its place. For example, there were people who had their throats burned, but he gave that little water they had to one guy, and the others died. For example, there was someone who ran along to get away from the fire as fast as possible, and everyone that he passed on the way died. And for man. People who died because they gave away something that was saving them, only to save others they didn't even know. That is heroes. Seriously, when they do, I didn't like things like that. It makes me mad that those who tried hard were sacrificed. I'm greedy to want an end where everybody's safe. And am I greedy? I mean, obviously everyone wants that, but however much we want, I want that too. But all I want to see people relax peacefully. So why couldn't I manage such a simple thing?
それは難しい。シロの言っていることは誰も彼も救うということだからね。
Kiritsugu answers so to the question I asked as a child. Of course, as a child I denied it. Because Kiritsugu saved me, I knew he was a sorcerer who could do anything. I knew he was a superhero who couldn't ignore people in need, who saved them for no benefit. So I believe Kiritsugu could have saved everyone back then. Oh. When I told him that, he made a tribal expression and said something that I remember to this day.
シロ、誰かを救うということは誰かを助けないということなんだ。いいかい？正義の味方に助けられるのはね、正義の味方が助けた者だけなんだよ。
I understand that. It's obvious now that he said it. Let's say there's a robber and some hostages, and the robber intends to kill the hostages. With normal methods, most of the hostages will be killed. Even if you use a miraculous method to save all the hostages, there will still be one person who isn't saved. That, of course, is the robber whose hostage were rescued. The people as superhero saves are only those he decides to save. That is why even God cannot save everyone. Well, from my understanding of the Bible, God is pretty much a douchebag in general. Oh gosh.
それが天才ならなおさらだ。誰であろうと全てを助けるなんてできなかった。
The fire 10 years ago was like that. It's not something I, who was miraculously saved from it, can talk about now.
けど嫌だ。
I don't want such a thing. I don't want help that has a limited capacity. You have to help, no matter how impossible it is. I can't stand to have strangers dying around me like back then. So if I had been there 10 years ago, even if it was impossible, I would have gone into the fire and...
そのまま無駄死にしてたのが間違いなく。
That's for certain. Jeez, I'm hopeless.
しまった。ぼんやりしてたら5時になっちまった。
The 5 o'clock bell rings. I stand up and quickly make my way to work. I mean, was it at the same time pretty much as Rin was there? And she'd say, I know there is a master around here. Oh, okay, maybe. He's not the master yet, but... when my job's done, the sun has already set. It's a bit before 8. I finished 10 minutes early because I worked too hard. Seems I worked frantically since I went to that place before work. Here in front of the station, they're not just getting started. There are lots of people and a constant flow of cars on the road. The buildings are still lit up, and just looking at them makes me feel like I'm watching a grand festival of illumination.
藤姉にお土産はいいか。
I walk while looking up at the lighted building. It's the biggest building in Shinto, so I can't see the top clear. I just gaze up on the building, just enjoying the night scenery. When I think to see something out of place,
なんだ今の。
I stop and stare at the rooftop. I focus my eyes, looking at the thing as small as a grain of rice. How in the actual sweet fox could you see that? I see pink panties! Oh, sorry for that. It looked like someone I know. Why is she there? What would she be doing there? With her long hair fluttering and doing nothing, she looks down at the town. I'm Batman. It doesn't seem like she's noticed me down here. Oh, there's no way she could see me. She's so high up that I, with better eyesight than most, can barely see her by improving my vision with magical... Oh, so he can do that. So he literally can be like... I can recognize her since she's standing there alone. But there's no way she would notice me down here among all these people. She's just looking down at the town. Maybe she's looking for something, as I can feel her sharp stare even down here. I forget about time and keep looking up at the girl standing in the sky. She's on top of the tall tower. She's like a witch, looking down at the earth with the moon behind her. And then, she must be done with whatever she was doing as she disappears. Her figure has disappeared and the scene returns to the beautiful view of the night.
今の遠坂だったのかな。
I have no proof, but I think I'm right. There are not many girls with that looks that stand out that much, and more than that, I'm not stupid enough to mistake a girl I secretly admire. Oh gosh. Well, it's... Tosaka sure has strange hobbies. I mean... Not that strange, I would say. I would never be up there, though, because I personally have Pharaoh heights. Not my kind of thing, but if people enjoy the view, why not? Unlike Shinto, there is no one in Majama City. After 8 o'clock, there are no people around, and the town is terrible quiet. At the junction is the house I saw this morning. There is no sign of people, and the door has a do not enter sign. After only one day, the house is as quiet as an abandoned building. Parents and older sister killed by the burglar. What kind of life remains for the child left behind? I bit my lip, feeling powerless. Even after swearing to become like Kiritsugu, I can't do anything about something that happens so close by. Even though I want to help someone, in the end, I don't even know what I can do. I climbed the hill and reached the Emiya house. The lights are still on, so Sakura and Fujine must still be there.
ただいま。あれ、藤根だけか。
Don't scare me like that! I have a weak heart!
おかえりしろ。
Yes, Fujine, I think that is right. Fujine turns around, munching on her rice cracker. I love rice cracker. I have this kind of obsession with rice crackers with cheese taste. I eat them a lot. One Christmas, like 10 years ago, I got like one big box with like 30 of those packages. The TV shows allowed a variety of show.
もうまたこんな時間に帰ってきて。冬は日が暮れるのが早いんだから、もっと早くに帰ってきなさいって言ったでしょ。
だから早く帰ってきてるだろ。8時までのバイトを選んでるんだから、これ以上無茶言わないでくれ。で、さくらはどうしたんだよ。なんか晩飯の支度だけはできてるみたいだけど。
さくらちゃんなら早めに帰ったわよ。今日は用事があるからって晩ご飯だけ作ってくれたの。
Fujine says so happily. As far as she's concerned, anyone who cooks for her is a good person. I mean, I think that is. I mean, anyone that cooks food for me, I would say like, you're nice. I mean, very simple.
しばらくはその方がいいかもしれないな。最近は物騒だし、いっそ新学期まで晩飯は俺が作ろうか。
反対。シロ帰ってくるの遅いじゃない。それからご飯作ってたら食べるの10時過ぎになっちゃうよ。
あのね、そこに自分家で食べるという選択肢はないのか。
はい。
だからここが私の家だよ。
Fujine seems puzzled. Honestly, I'm not sure if that makes me happy or sad.
藤根に飯を作れなんて無理難題を言ってもしょうがねえ。それはいいけど、足元のそれなんだよ。また余計なものを持ってきたんじゃないだろうな。
Fujine has a terrible habit of leaving junk at my place. Large bowls from restaurants, a heavy teapot she got in the shopping district, a strange guitar that plays by itself. I think she thinks of this place as some kind of warehouse.
ちょっと見せてみろ。ゴミだったら捨てるから。
これ？うちで余ったポスターだけど。
Oh. Fujine hands me the poster. It's probably some infamous idol or something.
どれどれ？
Dore. Here we have it, a military-style guy with his thumbs up. on a sheep-looking blue sky background. Haha! I just think of All Might. In the letters like blood, it reads, "Love's lovely Ranger land." I'm not sure why, but it sounds very American. Please join the self-defense force. Hold on, this is an army recruiting poster.
それいらないからあげるね
She had it? Okay.
俺だっていらねえよこんなの
I roll up the poster and hit Fujini with it.
へへん外れ
But Fujini deflected my attack with a poster she had hidden and counterattacks mercilessly. Bam! The poster lightly knocks my stars. I saw stars. What?
シロの腕で私に当てようなんて甘いわよ悔しかったらもうちょっと腕を磨きなさいね
Seriously?
そんな問題じゃないだろう今のなぜに紙のポスターがかような破壊音を
Could this be the skill of a master?
ごめんごめんこっちのポスター初回特典版なんで豪華鉄板仕様だったシロ頭大丈夫
苦しねえいつか絶対に人を殺すその性格
えへへその時はシロがお嫁にもらってくれるから安心かな
全速でお断りですそんな天然殺人鬼を相方にもらう気はないやい
うん私そんな物騒なのじゃないと思う
Oh.
やっぱり得てしてそういう連中は自覚がないっていうのは本当だったのか
I guess that is true. I mean, I usually say, if you want to judge me as a person or get to know me, ask my friends. I mean, that is probably the best way to actually know how a person is. Because, how true. I'll have to watch out or I will be killed.
ふんだ言ってなさいそんなことよりシロ私お腹減った今まで待ってたんだから早くご飯の用意しよう
Fujini stands up. How strange. Fujini is helping out. Even if he's only setting up the dishes. She must be really hungry.
はいはい
はいはい
娘は皿と茶碗なご飯ぐらい告げるだろ
告げるよねえシロ私丼でいいかない
いんじゃないか今日はさくらもいないしどうせ飯は余るし
よしよし
Yoshi.
シロもお揃いね
Fujini put rice in 2 bowls. Oh well, I was going to have a second anyway. And besides, if I argue with Fujini, she'll take my dinner away. That's evil thing to do. And to add, chaotic dinners like this have been common sense for many years now. I don't think that sounds nice. Seriously, I don't mind that. Then again, I grew up with lots of siblings, so the day ends. Finishing a rowdy dinner and seeing Fujini off, I take a bath. After that, I practice my daily routine in the shed. Complete it as usual and go to sleep. It is 1 in the morning. The day ends peacefully without any troubles. I'm pretty sure that will change it very soon. Okay. Fate night. Long day, long night. I'm in a fire. Collapsing buildings and burning people. No matter how far I run, the scenery is always red. This is the vision of 10 years ago. A memory of a distant past I haven't remembered in a while. I run through it, as if recreating the scene. There's no escape, even though I know it's a dream. I run, keep running. In the end, where I end up is how I'm saved after running out of energy. That's pretty nasty, man. That is, oh man, nightmares, man. I wake up with a bad feeling. I feel like a metal weight inside my chest. I feel my forehead and find I'm sweating a lot even though it's winter.
もうこんな時間か
It's already past 6 o'clock. From the kitchen I can hear the sound of kitchen knife cutting something.
さくら、今朝も早いな。
There is no time to be impressed. I have to get ready quickly and get to help fix breakfast. And ain't that nice?
シロ、今日どうするのよ。土曜日だから午後はアルバイト？
Well, yes! I will for now cut this video though, but I will be back with more Fate Stay Night very soon, of course. So remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like for more. It means super much to me. So see you later on, and have a continued super great day.